Hello, Live Lighters! How do you feel at this very moment? My only wish is that you are at peace, na kayo ay buo and also with a smiling heart. Pero kung hindi, this episode might be timely and perfect for you. Kaya naman tayo nagmi-meet linggo-linggo, hindi ba? At nag-uusap. It's because we all want to live light. Today's topic is about anger, the emotion activated by our perceptions of threat and vulnerability. At marami itong causes ha. It can be physiological like pain, fatigue, and hunger. Pwede ring situational or environmental like stress, injustice, or criticism. Pwede namang emotional or cognitive like a negative outlook in life. At history-based trauma like unresolved issues in the past na pwedeng matrigger in the present. Sa mas malalim na pagsusuri ni Dr. Randy Deliosa, a Filipino psychiatrist and clinical psychologist, ang galit ay isa ring superficial emotion na gustong magkaroon ng control at gustong may makamit na layunin. For example, nagagalit ka kasi pagod ka sa trabaho at umuwi ka sa bahay na walang pagkain, walang inihanda para sa'yo. It can be considered as your primary reaction to the threat sa iyong physiological need na huwag magutom. Kasabay nito, nakakarama ka din ng galit dahil sa iyong kaloob-looban, you want a controlled environment na sa tuwing uuwi ka mula sa trabaho, dapat meron na ring pagkaing naghihintay sa bahay mo. Pwedeng emotional or cognitive ito kasi ang pakiramdam mo, hindi ka nabibigyan ng importansya. Dahil pagod ka sa trabaho, so dapat maging considerate ang mga kasama mo sa bahay mo. Historically, kultura at kinasanayan na nating mga Pilipino ang maging friendly at hospitable. Dahil yan sa naging pakikitungo natin sa mga naging mananakop natin. To the point na naging resilient at matiisin na rin tayo. Siyempre, para makaiwas na lang sa problema at gulo. While this is a commendable reaction to our country's history of colonization, it has also pushed us to be silent whenever we are threatened or when we feel vulnerable. Kaya naman marami sa ating mga Pilipino may tendency na nagtatanim ng galit, nag-iipon ng buwisit o frustrations hanggang sa boom! Tuluyan na lang sa sabog, given the right trigger. Ilan pang cultural root ng pagproseso natin ng galit bilang mga Pilipino nagmumula sa socio-economic factors gaya ng high poverty rate. Ang collective trauma natin as a nation sa taon-taon na lang na pagharap natin sa after effects ng mga natural disasters tulad ng baha. Sabi nga nila, it takes a while bago mo tunay na galitin ng isang Pinoy. Pero pag nagalit mo siya, nako, talagang malala na ang sitwasyon. But of course, how we process and express anger still varies from person to person. And sometimes, kapag masyadong maraming galit sa ating puso, it can affect not just the self, but also yung mga taong nakapaligid sa atin. Kapag ikaw ay nagagalit, o kapag ikaw ay palaging galit, paano kaya ito nakakaapekto sa ating well-being?
Randy Deliosa, psychiatrist, psychologist. Yung anger ay nakaka-affect sa well-being natin. Like for instance, yung sympathetic nervous system natin na-activate, and dahil na-activate yung sympathetic nervous system, bumibilis yung pintig ng puso natin, tumataas yung blood pressure, tapos yung paghinga natin bumibilis rin. So yun yung pag-activate ng sympathetic nervous system. Bukod rito, parang lumalabas rin yung mga stress hormones natin. Yung mga stress hormones, ito yung mga chemicals sa katawan natin that can make the body react swiftly without thinking. So nagiging autopilot mode, di ba? Kung ano yung nararamdaman, yun ang gagawin. And bukod rito, kapag nagalit tayo, yung mga muscles rin natin, nagiging tense, di ba? And ang ibig sabihin ng muscle tension kapag galit tayo ay na-prepare yung katawan natin sa pagkompronta ng tao, di ba? That's part of the aggression. And lastly, nandun na yung emotional changes. Siyempre galit nga eh. So nakakaramdam tayo ng mas matinding frustration, irritability, di ba? Yung pagiging inis. And then even yung hostility na kung saan mas nagiging aggressive or even violent tayo. These are the effects of the anger.
If you feel that you have an unhealthy relationship with anger, and if you feel that how you process anger alienates you from the best version of yourself and other people, maybe it's time for you to consider anger management techniques. Retreat, rethink, and respond. Kapag ikaw ay nagagalit, instead na tumalak, magtapon ng gamit, magdabog, o manakit agad, exercise your mental strength to first step back. Let time pass by so you can think and reflect properly about the situation. And hopefully, makaka-respond ka in a wise manner. Breathe in, breathe out. Isa itong epektibong pang-control ng ating fight or flight response whenever we are angry. By doing deep and slow breaths, our nervous system is calm, reducing physical tension associated with anger. In relation to this, practice meditation and relaxation techniques. Create a habit of activities that you find healing, because they can help address the imbalances in your flow of energy. It can be as simple as listening to your favorite songs, or drinking a cup of coffee or tea, or kung mas adventurous kayo, try exploring yoga or acupuncture. Talk it out! Diba may meme tayo na your favorite loved one or best friend is your unpaid therapist? Well, it's partly true because having a discussion with your trusted persons about your problems or anger triggers is an effective way to blow off steam. Meaning, nakakabawas ito ng init ng ulo. In the same vein, napag-uusapan nyo ang sitwasyon, which can potentially give you more clarity and direction on how to handle your anger moving forward. Intense physical activity. This includes working out, going to a rage room, or doing sports. Diba sabi ko kanina, ang galit ay isang superficial emotion na gustong may makamit na layunin? By working out, may goal ka to finish your reps or distance. Or by doing sports, may goal ka to score. Ang mga layuning ito magmamatch kung paano wired ang utak natin to process anger, making us manage it much better. For long-term anger management techniques, it is still best that you seek the counsel of an expert, a psychologist, psychiatrist, or clinical social worker. They can offer you cognitive behavioral therapy where you will address the connection between your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Stress inoculation kung saan ire-rehearse ninyo mentally ang pagharap sa iba't ibang anger-triggering situations para maka-formulate kayo ng personalized mong coping statements. Or pwede ring social skills training na nakatutok naman sa pag-improve ng iyong communication manner at pag-reduce ng aggressive behaviors na nakasanayan mo. Anger. Kapag nakakaramdam tayo nito, kadalasan naiisip natin na ito ay negatibo. According to one of the books that I've read, there's no negative emotions because every emotion serves a purpose, even anger. It's there to protect us. It's just a matter of how we handle the emotions we feel, and that makes a lot of difference. Again, I pray that you heal from your wounds and find healthy ways to respond to your triggers. Live Lighters, you can control anger before it controls you. Remember, when life feels heavy, it's time to lighten the load. Let go of your worries and let the light in. Ako si Jody, and let's live light. Thank you also to Juan Pay, serbisyo para kay Juan. See you on the next video.